see across the universe for a while, across the distance, across the miles, searching every inch of the skies. I'm the girl with the sun in her eyes, head in the clouds but feet on the ground, hoping you'll find me this lifetime around. Hi, nerds. Happy Halloween. It's not Halloween yet, but it is October, so it counts. It's Halloween. Guess who I am? Yeah, all October I will be dressing up. Guess who I am? I should have worn lipstick. I always forget lipstick. I am Eros. Cupid. Okay. I thought I would dress like love because today we are going to be talking about something that scares me. And I dressed like love. You're not my therapist. We're moving on. But no, today we will be talking about books that scare me. Woo. I do my own sound effects here. Pretty cool. I have multiple books that scare me for different reasons. And why are we on the floor today? Because I just thought I'd bring the shelf. I'd bring us to the shelf instead of the shelf to us. You know what I mean? So it's just easier to set up on the floor by the shelf. I should clean the shelf. Hang on. It's here. It's basically here. I have a few more that's not here, but this is basically it. So we're going to go through and I'm going to show you the books I'm scared of, the books that frighten me, and why they frighten me. I am filming this, spoiler alert. You know I like to let you guys behind the scenes. I let you guys know when I'm filming things. I ruin the illusion all the time. This is what I do. It's kind of my thing. I'm filming this ahead of time, so there could be a good chance that when you're seeing this, I may have read one of these already. And when that happens, I will film it. But to my knowledge, I haven't read any of these. So, that's fun. Let's just start with the shelf. It is here. So we have 5th season by N.K. Jemisin. Why does this scare me? It is hyped. I had a professor when I was in undergrad mention this book to me. Not even an English professor. She was an anthropology professor. And she was like, oh, N.K. Jemisin is just doing it. And I was like, huh? Okay. Sick. She was like, from an anthropological level. And I was like, so she's like, the whole series. And I was like, okay. So, I mean, sick. And then I got to my creative writing class and my English teacher in there, he was like, oh, N.K. Jemisin. And I was like, oh, okay. Sick. And like, I don't think I've heard anybody not like it, at least the first book. So, and that intimidates me because I'm like, well, I would be the one person. I would be the one person in the world who doesn't like it. So that bodes well for me. So then now I just like psyched myself into being scared to read it. So then we have Neil Gaiman, whatever. American Gods. Allegations aside, we're not talking about that here. That's not why this scares me. This scares me untimely for me to like make this, by the way. Of all the years, really, Shay? Okay. It's timing, never been my thing. Never has been my thing. And you're going to laugh when you hear the story behind this. So, literally, for 16, 17, 82 years, people have been like, Shay, you need to read this book. You are going to love this book. This book is, it's for you. You're going to love this book. Multiple people have said this to me. Multiple people who don't know each other have said this to me over the years. And so, well, now I'm like, well, crap. Multiple people who know me who don't know each other have said, like, I would love this book. What if I don't love this book? I literally just bought this year, earlier this year. And then all that stuff came out about him. And I'm like, okay, well, and that's why I think it's funny that, for literally 15 to 16 years, people have been telling me to read this book. And the one year I buy it to read it, like, really, the scandal couldn't have happened after I read it. Whatever. I also have his other book, Neverwhere. It is steampunk. I've had this as long as people have been telling me to read this one, American Gods. I was into steampunk when we all were into steampunk, which was like, at the height of steampunk. Never read it though. So now it's like really just intimidating because it's been on my shelf for so long. And I'm also now not into steampunk. So, okay, moving on. We have Brandon Sanderson. Do I really need to explain? It's Mistborn, book one. And then The Frugal Wizard's Handbook for Surviving Medieval England. If you know me, I love medieval history. It's what I focused on in undergrad. So I saw the title and I was like, I gotta get it, even if it is Sanderson. Because intimidating, not because I don't like him or anything. I don't know. Um, I heard people say don't start with anything but like Way of Kings or Mistborn. And I'm like, okay. But they're so intimidating, you know what I mean? Like it's intimidating in the way that Wheel of Time is intimidating. It's like an epic, sweeping fantasy world like that is beloved. Like all these fantasy boyos and girly pops love Mistborn. And it's like, again, I would be the one dingus who wouldn't like it. And then what am I going to I'm going to be in the corner again, like with all the romantasy. Me, the romantasy and Mistborn sitting there in a corner like, I don't like it. Like, so it makes me nervous. Also, it's thick. She's thick. Also, epic adult fantasies make me nervous just inherently because what if I'm too dumb? Like, I'm not dumb, but like, what if I am? You know what I mean? Like, I'm not stupid. I get concepts, I get themes, I get moments. But what if this time I don't? What if I don't get the theme and the moment and everything? John Gwynn, The Shadow of the Gods. Now, his other series, Malice, all of that, Valor, I don't know the names. I just know Malice. Um, those probably would have been a better place to start, but I'm sorry. This cover, I am totally a person who buys things for the cover. I'm so sorry about it. I don't know what to tell you. But no, the synopsis as well. I but it's intimidating because hello. Oh, hello. ASMR. No, but hang on. That was nice. She's thick. She's an epic fantasy. She's got dragons. Again, what if I'm too dumb to get it? You know? I want to like it so bad. And that's why it scares me. Because what if I don't? The Unbroken by C.L. Clark, that doesn't scare me. It's lesbians. I'm pretty sure I'm going to like it. It is thick. It's, I think that it doesn't scare me that much. In the context of all the other books on the shelf, it is the one that scares me the least. And then we have Priory. I don't think I have to go into why this scares me. Thick, thickums, fantasy, epic fantasy, beloved, hyped, all the things, all the things. I just don't want. Here's the thing. When I moved away from YA, I was like, I need to still get my fantasy fix. YA fantasy is not doing it for me. What else is left? The adult fantasy. Let's get in there. Okay. I forgot the fact that adult fantasy mostly freaks me out. It's so intimidating. Continuing that theme, we have Will of the Many by James Islington. Full disclosure, I did already start this. I am on page 24. I started this, oh crap, June? I started this in June. I started it in a reading slump, burnout moment, and I was like, yeah, sure, start the chonkiest, probably most in-depth fantasy. Sure, that's fine. I don't know why I thought I could handle it, but I read 24 pages and I was like, I get it. I'm here. I understand it. But I don't have the brain power to stay with it. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's not like I didn't understand it. It's just that I understood that it was not the time for me at the moment. Because brain dumb at that moment, even though I understood everything that was going on. I couldn't, at the time, I couldn't expend my brain energy into staying with it, if that makes sense. Because this is 800 pages? Okay, not that long. It's like 600 pages. Still. Okay, so I did start it. I did like it. I did like what I read, the 24 pages that I read. I thought it was very interesting, very cool, very fun. And I'm excited to get back into it when that time comes. I say that, and then it'll come up on that wheel, and I'll be like filled with dread. So let me shut up. Let me shut up about that. But in full disclosure, I did start it. But starting it a little bit, I do know his writing style, and I do know the world now. I know what's up a little bit. But again, like everybody is like hyping it. I know there's a book 2 on the way, and I'm like, Oh my gosh. This one still has a sticker on it, you guys. Lev Grossman, The Bright Sword. We see a theme here, don't we? I think we do. God, that's heavy. How many pages is this? I'm gonna guess 800. Why am I always wrong? It's 674. Again, Arthurian legend. Hello, my jam. I heard it's like, you know, quirky and like fun, neat. I'm just nervous because it is so thick. And I think I'm nervous because I got it at a time where I wasn't, and this is my own fault. I got it when I was in that reading slump moment. And so I'm like, let me just buy this for later. I'm scared of it now, but let me buy it for later. And then that just instilled the fear of this book in me moving forward. So, but to be fair, it is chunky. And what if I don't get it? That's my fear with all of these. I swear there's different fears for some of these. Not anytime soon, but in some of these. Babel. What if I don't get it? What if I don't like it? What if I'm one of the girly pops who don't like it? Babel. Because on paper, this, not me just swallowing my microphone. Hang on. On paper, this is, hang on. My cat's judging me. On paper, this is the book for me. If a serious fantasy, hang on. Let's really get into it. Sorry, my feet are falling asleep. I'm sitting on the floor, which is not great for my scoliosis. If a serious adult fantasy was written for me, I think this would be it. Just on paper. It's about language. It's historical. Yeah. It's got fantasy in it, obviously. Duh. It deals with race. I know I'm white, but I like those themes. On paper, it's everything I'm looking for in an adult fantasy. But it is so hyped. So, and that's, you know what? As I'm saying that, maybe I should just ignore other people. You're not my therapist. I should show her this. I'm not going to. But, you know, moving on. I bought this on a whim. I saw another YouTuber read this, rate it highly, rave about it. I was like, I need something new on my shelves. I need to try something new. I got it. I don't know why. It's magical realism. It's magical realism. I don't do well with magical realism. So now I'm scared of it. I hate myself sometimes. Gorgeous cover, but though. Gorgeous cover, by the way. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. We have 2 books left. Don't worry. We're almost done here. The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue by V.E. Schwab. Now, I love V.E. Schwab. I have read her Darker Shades of Magic trilogy. I absolutely adore that trilogy. I gave every book 5 stars. Absolutely love it. Huge fan. I love the author herself. Like, amazing. If you get a chance to listen to V.E. Schwab talk about a particular subject, I think she has a podcast. Listen to her talk. She talks about like imposter syndrome, about anxiety as a writer. If you're a writer or if you are a creative person at all and want to put anything out in the world, find her podcast, listen to her talk about these issues, and she's just like me for real. She's just a wonderful person. All of that aside, this book is so beloved. Maybe I would argue more than any of these other books. It is something special that touched a lot of people. Yeah, it did. It has so many special editions of it. It is like for a reason, right? I think she said in one panel that I watched that it is her most popular book, I believe, or the one that sold the most. Not sure. One of those 2 things. It scares me because I want to love it as much as her other work. And it's not like a new release. You know what I mean? It's not like she's just releasing it and I can dive right into it like everybody else. It's been around. It's been around for a long time. It's not like I'm discovering it when everybody else is discovering it. People have discovered this and they have made their thoughts known. And so I'm like, always a day late and a dollar short. Always a day late and a dollar short. So now I'm like, also, hello, discoloration. I don't know what that's about. But, and then finally, last book. Oh. Dark Angels by Carleen Cohn. Now, you're like, I've never heard of this book. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe you have. Why is this on here? It's a historical fiction. So you're probably surprised why this is the only book that's historical fiction that's on this list. I could have put another one on here, Wild Acre by Philippa Gregory. That intimidates me because of the Goodreads reviews that I saw. But it's not. It's this one because I started this twice in the past. I've had this book since, let's look at it. Hang on. Let's see. It was published in 2006. So I've had it for almost 20 years. I have started it twice. I have put it down twice. Do I have a bookmark in here? No. Oh, no. They're just crinkled pages. Sick. It will not best me, but maybe it will. It will not win, but maybe it has already. I think this is the root of me being scared of historical fiction. It's me. Hi. I'm the problem. It's me. Whoa, that was weird. It's on the surface Louis XIV's France, court life. I think murder. Novel of love and politics, of romance and betrayal, of power and succession, of a resourceful young woman who risks everything for pride and status in an era in which women were afforded little of either. How could I not be intimidated by that? And the fact that I started it twice already and didn't finish it. Twice in almost 20 years. That's once every 10 years. So there you go. Those are the books that scare me, with honorable mention to Wildacre by Philippa Gregory for the Goodreads reviews. If you haven't checked those out, you should, because it might scare you off that book. I still own it though because the cover is gorgeous. If you've read any of these books and you've watched any of my content, and you think that I would absolutely love any of these, let me know down below. And I might make one a priority. I might make it a priority. Because I do have free picks on my monthly TBRs. So who knows? I know I'm not going to do it, but maybe, I don't know. If there's a demand for me to read one of these books, I'll do it. And especially, if one of these books pops up on my TBR, I will film that as a reading vlog, and I will put it up as a reading vlog. It'll be probably an extra reading vlog. So worry not. You will see me suffer, and you will see me cry, and you will see me struggle, and you will see me fear for my life. Worry not. I will put that on the internet for you. So that's all I have today for you. I just thought I should, it's Halloween time. I thought maybe I should scare myself a little bit. And what better way than to show you all the books that scare me? I'm traumatized now. I'm gonna go wash my face and hide under my blankets now and never look at these books until I absolutely have to. Okay. I'll see you later, nerds. Bye. I was trying to think of a spooky outro because Halloween, and I really couldn't think of anything. Bye. Spook you later. Somebody needs to take the internet away from me. I don't deserve to have it. In the clouds, but feet on the ground, hoping you'll find me this lifetime.